lot of it really is kind of lack of reviews.
All right, so we found the first pain point, which is they have one review, and he just said the second pain point. There's another pain point right there. So he's saying he's getting a lot of people to his website, but not enough calls. Facebook ads aren't new. Landing pages aren't new, right? Doing automatic email follow-up, SMS campaigns, all that stuff is not necessarily new. However, your angle, your twist, your version of how you do it, that is new. And you're gonna see exactly how I structured it and exactly why they signed up and everything here in a second.
We talked to several different companies. We've got them on hold.
We've looked into other Facebook ad companies. So now I know that what I have to overcome is the fact that we're different.
I don't know where exactly I'm at financially to spend money to get more leads.
Like, do you think this is a high quality lead? Obviously the answer is yes. Another huge pain point. How are you guys following up? We don't have a system open for us to come in and say, well, do you think you can get more sales if we just automatically follow it up? I'm letting him tell me what he's not sold on yet. I'm never gonna give a price to anyone that doesn't see the value. So I'm first gonna ask, do you guys think this is something that could work for you?
Absolutely, yes it does.
So that's the first objection is, can you send me an email? There's definitely a lot to unpack here.
Training my sales reps to work with the system. I'll be ready to move forward with you right after this phone call.
Sounds good, I'll do that.
So there it is, $1,500 a month, and he's ready to move forward. And sometimes people overcomplicate sales so much. Like, he's already in here, he's already sold, don't ask more questions, boom, client closed. So he is now paying $1,500 per month for using the software.
A member inside of our private community and one of my GoHighLevel affiliates sent me a message and he asked me for some client getting advice. And instead of giving him some long essay, I decided to jump on Zoom and close the client for him while having him in the Zoom call so he can learn how it's done firsthand. We closed this client for $1,500 per month for SaaS. I'm talking no Facebook ads, no lead generation campaigns. There are a few additional services that we are going to offer on top of the SaaS that you're going to see in the video. So let's dive in. I'm going to give you a full breakdown on exactly how the call went. You're going to hear everything that I said to this client, and then I'm going to show you and explain to you why I said what I said exactly when I said it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, my name is Pavel, but don't worry if you mispronounce that. I spent my entire life correcting people from Pavel, from everything. So,
Pavel, we've heard about you. You mentioned you. I'm sure you guys have talked a little bit about.
So this is interesting because they have actually seen or heard my name before, and it's not like they've seen any videos or anything like that, but they actually found me in a Facebook group when I was giving value. I'm going to touch on this a little bit later about how I actually approached Facebook groups and how now, even though I never closed this client, I've never met them before, my name looks familiar. So we're going to touch on that a little bit later.
What I'm working with you on and what I'm interested in, but we've known about you. I'm sure it's caught you up a little bit, but with our websites and our website builds and how many we've gotten, where we're looking to go. I'm 27 old now. He just turned 30. With our showroom now.
So if you notice, they're already kind of like joking with me and stuff. And in the beginning, I always like to start my calls by saying some kind of joke or just keeping it very lighthearted. That's why when I first started, I even said, look, man, if you can't pronounce my name, it's fine. I spent my whole life freaking correcting people on my name and XYZ. I don't tell my whole life story, but I do typically mention that I'm an immigrant and we kind of moved to this country, and I'll mention different parts and sections of my story. And sometimes people want to know more than they ask me. Other times they don't, and we just move on with the call. But at least now they kind of know a little bit more about me, and I'm kind of sticking out. I'm not just some guy offering them services. They're like, oh yeah, it's that guy from Ukraine who was an immigrant and his family always worked really hard and all that. And you have a unique story as well. So I would bring up something from your life and make a joke about it or something. And as you can see here, he made a joke about his friend, his business partner, and he said, yeah, he just turned 30, he's an old man now. And I said, wow, old man. And basically, you could have harped on this even a little bit more. You could have said, dude, that's old. Are you having lower back problems or what? And see, I keep it lighthearted because I actually initially learned this because I did so many sales calls. When you're doing 5, 6, 8 hours plus of just talking like this on Zoom, dude, it gets so annoying. Like, I started making jokes and everything to make it more fun for me. I would jump on a call and I'm like, oh man, dude, you're from Florida. Awesome, dude. Like, you ever been bit by an alligator? I hear you guys are freaking crawling with alligators over there. And I'll just make just make stupid jokes because it would make my life more fun than just being serious all the time. So let's keep moving.
Our sales reps and our team and where we're looking, we've only been doing this. Well, it's been family owned and operated for many, many years. But I got out of the Marine Corps a handful of years ago, and I've been running the company. You guys are like us. We're all young. We're hungry. We're looking to build something. I've got 2 kids, has 2 girls. So we're hungry. We're looking to grow and build something. But Pavel or Pavel? Pavel.
Yes,
my brother's done all of our marketing stuff. We both got out of the military with our marketing degrees, and he's one to sit behind a computer and take off with it. I like being hands-on. I like being in front of people. So in the past several years, he's developed our 6, 7 websites and ranked them. I enjoyed email and our conversation with him talking about what he can do and the consistency.
So he's talking about the email outreach that we use to get them on the call. And by we, I just mean my affiliate. He was doing email outreach and he was using one of our scripts that we have, and that's exactly how we jumped on this call. I didn't do any email outreach. I don't actually even know exactly what he said, but I have an idea because he used our template. That's initially how my affiliate got connected with this potential client.
Consistency that he can do. I'm working on, with all of my sales teams, I'm working on having all of our guys focus on one thing and one thing that they do best. There's a lot of different areas, a lot of cogs on the wheel with our cabinet business. You guys know that. Just like the marketing business, a lot of different ways you can go. But if we could do one thing, you could do it great rather than doing 10 things well. And that's why I've touched base with you. And I was very impressed with his email. And again, we're looking forward to seeing what you guys can offer on the Google Ads side.
Cool. Amazing. So to be clear, so you ranked like the 8 or 9 or 10 websites?
Yeah. We did a lot of like cabinet type keywords. I mean, we didn't do like a whole bunch of different keywords. We just kind of focused on kitchen cabinets, he's starting to rank in flooring kind of stuff. We're starting to branch out in some countertops, but
we got a couple roofing websites. We just finished our tile website. And all of with my home company, our website, or whether it's roofing or tile, it's to get my sales reps on the phone. It's to get our foot in the door. 9 times out of the 10, people don't know all the things we offer. Our websites just focus on one thing and they get us in the door, and then they find out that we paint. They find out that we do cabinets, countertops, the whole 9 yards. So that's where we're at with those.
That's really amazing, smart. Man. I was going to say, you guys are probably the most tech savvy cabinet, kitchen remodeler, like contractors, I think, ever, man. A lot of times I'm helping people and I'm helping contractors install Zoom on their phones. They could jump on one of these calls. So you guys are ahead of the curve there, which is amazing. So you guys offer quite a few different services, right? I mean, like you mentioned, roofing, painting, cabinets, all that stuff, right? Kitchens, bathrooms. I'm under the understanding that you guys want to specifically focus on the kitchen and bath side first, right, or in the beginning, or just
we want people to know that we do kitchen remodels, right? I brought 2 sales reps in from a different company. Amy was doing 1.6 with her company. Amy actually trained Travis. They're both young with families as well. Travis left doing 1.2 with that company. I guess it's my salesman technique. I don't know, but I was able to get them on board with us being a startup company, essentially. But of course, it was very attractive to them knowing that they can help build something and be a part of something. We're all not making much money now. It takes a lot to buy a showroom and the vehicles and to get started. But they're excited to be on the team. And again, it's not me anymore. For a couple of years, it was just me and my partner, and we were doing it all, and we were making all the money. But now with our 8 employees, they all have families. Got a family. We need more leads. You can have the best business in the world, but without leads, it's not worth anything. And that's where we're at. It's time to spend some money on some of this and get more leads coming in.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll go as far as saying, like, it's not even just about leads, right? You guys want booked appointments. Like, at the end of the day, you can have 1 million leads, but if 2% of them are turning into appointments and you're closing half of those, it doesn't really matter. And that's kind of the issue with, like, I'm sure you guys have used Home Advisor, Angie's, like, how's all the other companies is, they'll send you 1 million leads, but it doesn't matter. They're being sent to 4 or 5 other contractors, right?
Right.
So, yeah, amazing.
Actually, I'll cut in there, and I think he's one of the smarter guys, because like he didn't fall into that trap ever, because I mentioned it during our first call. Yeah, they're like, no, they're way too smart for that. So
we kind of skipped that whole painful period.
Yeah. I think at least once a day I tell Angie to take me off their caller list.
That's funny.
Fantastic.
Man, you guys are awesome, man. It's funny because yeah, I'm pretty much at the same age as you guys. So I'm 28 myself. So I'm like right around your guys' age. I mean, I also started my company very, very young as you guys. I actually immigrated over from Ukraine, and so I grew up with that like super hard work ethic. You know, like didn't see my family because everyone was always grinding and working real hard and everything. So I kind of you know developed the same character traits. So I feel you on that, man. I've been growing the business also for a little bit, and actually so I've always been working with contractors, but more specifically in the past 3 years, since right about like after COVID, my specialty became kitchens and baths, and it kind of happened on accident. I was working with contractors all over that did flooring and painting and this kind of stuff, but it seems like everyone wanted more kitchens. I don't know. My guess is maybe the profit margins. That's like my small guess, but so that just became our bread and butter, man. So at this point, like it's cool because when he reached out to me, you know, we only work with one company per area because I don't really believe in working with multiple companies, especially like it doesn't make sense, right? If I'm helping you guys crush it in the kitchen space, bathroom space, I learned something that works, and then I use it for another company, and then like that's a competitor. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, man. So I don't have anyone actually where you guys are at, so you can kind of claim like whatever area codes you like. And that was my first question to JD is like, hey, where are these guys at? Let me just make sure I could even help. Which is cool, man. So yeah, so super exciting. Let's actually take a look here. I'm gonna share my screen.
You mentioned as well that your company, you guys in a sense focus on kitchen and bathroom remodels as well, correct?
We don't focus on it. That's all we do. We don't take any other clients. Yeah, that's why like when Pablo and I met, I don't even remember how long ago it was, but like we're like, hey, we both like do the same thing, but like instead of being like competitors, what we like developed a relationship, and we just felt like, hey, you're actually in this like paid ad space where like, you know, my team doesn't really focus on that, so it became a really like synergistic like relationship. So I wanted to bring him in because I know you mentioned it. At the beginning, when I have sales calls, not every contractor that I speak with on a sales call, they're not ready for Facebook leads or Google leads, right? Google ads. But you guys are in a different position. I think you guys are ready for it, and I think you guys are going to benefit like greatly by adding that service on in addition to what we're going to do for you, right? So like build that brand, build your like online presence, and then like whatever Pavel could deliver for you guys, that's just going to take you guys to another level.
Of course.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks, JD.
All right, so that was my GoHighLevel affiliate and community member. That is the one that initially reached out to them. Maybe he even had 2 intro calls with these guys. So I actually came into this call knowing a little bit of context because he told me kind of where they're at, where they want to go. And initially, he thought that they might want to run ads. And that's kind of why he reached out also. He needed some advice, plus he needed some stuff on ads. And then he even asked me if we could run the ads and he can kind of like white label my service, or maybe he can partner up with my company. And so I just decided to jump on. If they need ads, maybe I can sell them ads, or if not, then I'll just close this client for them and it'll just be a GoHighLevel SaaS client.
We'll go ahead and share my screen here for you guys.
I'm sorry? I like you're damn right.
That's funny. Man, you'll notice like I'll say things that'll be like slightly different. Mainly it's like words that you don't learn in school, I'm going to say differently, right? Because English is my second language. And like I don't have an accent because I took accent removal classes.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, but like because I speak Russian and Ukrainian, right? And so when I say things like, you know, stuff that I've never said before, like this makes sense to me. Then you're like, it's.
Pablo, do you have a family?
Family is in.
Are you married? Married? Any kids?
I'm not married, but I do have a girlfriend that I've been with for quite some time. Yeah, so maybe maybe in the future.
Where do you live right now?
So I'm based out of Vegas, but I'm not gonna lie, man, Vegas is way too hot. In July, Vegas is no bueno. So yeah, I'm based out of Vegas, and then it comes to summer, I usually kind of either go back to my hometown in or I'll kind of, travel a little bit and so forth. But I'm used to the cold though. In Ukraine it's quite cold, and we moved in Buffalo, it's quite cold, and then Vegas is the opposite. So
yeah.
So I think you guys would appreciate this because you guys are family, man. Like myself, I have a daughter, right? So like we're like pretty much like homebound, but like we have Pavel that's just like traveling the world and like doing God knows what. Like when I call him, I'm like, I don't know where he is. Like, hey, where you at now? Right. So yeah, he's got that lifestyle. So I try to live vicariously through him.
Well, I met my wife on Cinco de Mayo, and so you guys beat that one.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Cinco de Mayo.
That's
well,
right,
man. Let me try to beat that actually, because I met my wife on a flight to Korea.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I spent 9 months in Korea in the Army.
Oh, were you there?
Yeah. I spent 9 months in Pyeongchang. And
that's awesome.
A little bit of time right under Seoul. So
that's fantastic. Yeah. Cool.
Wow. That's amazing. Damn.
Yeah, we got to talk about that next time.
Yeah.
I've never been out there, so I feel like I'm slacking.
I keep telling you to come visit,
That's right. They should. Slightly different time zones. But yeah, so this is, are you guys based in, I'm just going to keep calling it Salisbury. So are you guys based in Salisbury?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. So
I think it's I know you have like slip.
Do you guys have like a website up then that I can just briefly take a look?
Sir.
I know you have 10, but which one would you like?
It's the first one right there in the organic.
It's
that's
fun.
It's the first in the organic. So right below the map pack, that's our website.
Oh, nice.
One of our websites.
So that was my past cabinet business. That is now a DBA. We didn't want to do.
So as you can see here, now I'm diving into some of the potential pains that they have, even though they jump in this call and they want more leads, right? They want to talk about Google ads or Facebook ads or whatever lead gen services. I want to know how their website is. I want to look at their reviews. I want to look at what else I can help them with, which then later sets up the sale when you're selling GoHighLevel SaaS. The best way to eliminate objections at the end of the call is to get your prospect to view you as a leader. One of the best ways that anyone can view you as a leader is by teaching them something new. These guys are pretty tech savvy. They have multiple websites up. As you can see, it's ranked really well on Google. However, most business owners actually never check what their business looks like on Google, how many reviews they have, what their website looks like on mobile, on XYZ. So it's actually very easy to jump in and say, look, I loaded up your website on my phone and I saw this little thing here that's in the way. I can't even, click your phone number and it doesn't call. So just by showing them little stuff, or hey, you have this one bad review on Yelp and it's showing up at the very top. So showing them something that they haven't seen is a great way to build trust and also build rapport. There are 7 main beliefs that you have to overcome with every single prospect. So that way it eliminates, or it's more likely to eliminate, their objections. We have pain, doubt, cost, desire, money, support, and trust. Hopefully you can see all that in the camera. So that's 7. First one is always pain. Dive into their pain. See where they need help. Now look, I'm not going to dive into each and every single one and pause the video as we're overcoming each objection, because quite honestly, this video would be very, very long and we'd be diving into some pretty advanced sales tactics. So let's keep on moving here.
Anything with the website, there's a lot of people that know the name. So we left the website. I'm still getting calls and still getting leads from it. The website that we have now that we're trying to brand and get people to know. So there's a flooring that is separate from me, and they kind of have a bad name. People don't say. So that's why a year ago we got rid of the name. And the sign on our shop right now is Honey. So the one that I'd want you to look at is.
It might be ranking for that same keyword, but it would definitely be in the map pack somewhere.
You just did that website several months ago.
Yeah, it's been maybe 2 or 3 months.
Scroll down a little bit.
You did this one 3 months ago?
No, that one's been about a year or two ago, year and a half maybe, and then it should be up there somewhere. It may not be. I haven't tried to optimize for remodeling keywords. Really just kitchen cabinets, countertops, kind of like specific.
Okay. How come you guys aren't?
Again, these guys are way more sophisticated than most contractors ever will be. They're optimizing keywords and building multiple websites. So most clients aren't this sophisticated. However, you can still find pain even if someone knows exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how come you don't have this one? This one's ranking #1, which is amazing. Like,
and I'm getting calls
awesome.
from that one. Yeah, I'm getting good calls from that one. And you know, anytime clients call me and they ask, well, I called Wires. Well, all of these other websites are our marketing arm, and you know, it's really easy for me to handle that question when it comes up.
This is you right here?
Correct.
A lot of it really is kind of lack of reviews.
Now, and Pavel, I still haven't seen you find.
All right, so we found the first pain point, which is they have 1 review, and he just said the second pain point. Hey, Pavel, I saw you found the first business, but I still can't see the second business.
Yeah. Well, yeah. One thing. Oh, there it is.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Cool.
Unfortunately.
So how come? I'm just kind of curious. Like, and by the way, I don't really like.
So I'm seeing even the second business as we found it, because we kept scrolling, it has 5 reviews as well. So very, very little reviews. All of his competitors have more reviews than are at the top there.
My background, so the business that I used to have before we got into Facebook ads was SEO and like Google My Business and that kind of stuff. But I'm just kind of wondering, how come you guys don't have a Google My Business listing that's like up in the rankings? Because typically, if you're ranked #1 organic, man, you should be crushing it inside this Google My Business.
Right. That's a great question. I didn't really optimize for remodeling keywords primarily. That's really the main reason.
So the way I like to sell is always with questions. Instead of me saying, hey, you're not ranked in the map pack. I see you're in organic. So what, I bet if we get more reviews, you're going to rank higher. And that's going to be amazing. So we have this thing called the Google reviews. No, that's not how you sell. Ask questions. Notice how I just asked him, hey man, Tia, typically, like if your website's optimized like that, like why aren't you in the map pack? Let him tell you.
But also, I mean, Group's not ranking yet because we haven't even put products, like lists of products on there yet.
Right. Me and Greg were both working SEO Select. We were both doing I was selling a lot. He was building a lot. And then whenever I got a hold of this cabinet company, I'm building the cabinet company and we're just creating websites to, keep all of our leads, keep all this under roof. And I think I'm keeping real busy. I mean, I've got him building a website and ranking it every 2 months. Wow. We're really trying to push him out. So I think he may struggle with staying on top of the 6 that we have. So, and again, that's why we're excited to talk and really get the reviews and the posts and the daily stuff, just a system down to make sure all that stuff happens to keep us ranked.
So can I jump in and ask a question regarding that? So like, I understand you guys have this marketing arm that's getting you leads from all these different named businesses, right?
Yes.
But when you do the work, it's out of, right? So let's say
the physical work. So so for instance, our roofing, we don't necessarily do the roofing ourselves. We've got contractors that we're partnering. You guys understand the SEO. We create the leads, we sell the leads. Right. And that's originally what got us out of the military, is creating these websites and selling the leads. Again, I love the cabinet business. It was family owned and operated. So I just took off with it. And then it just became a no brainer for us to produce our own leads and for us to take our own leads.
So my question regarding that is, like, once you finish the work, what do the customers know? Do they know, or the original company that they called about, so that use?
Yes, sir.
So as soon as we get the call, we make sure they understand that it's a marketing arm of. We handle that right off the bat.
Gotcha. So the is what I'm going to get you guys reviews for. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, and that's what we're looking for.
Not the other ones.
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, we're on the same
page. And again, talk to you a little bit about the other websites we have and what we may look into, as months go on, and it may include the other website. We're not sure, but again, right is the most least aged, and it's the one we're looking to brand right now. I want saved in everybody's phone within 100-mile radius.
So also, as they're talking about all this, and in general, even if I'm talking to a client, I'm typically looking through their website. I'm clicking into it. These guys have multiple websites. However, I'm looking through their website to find more things that I can improve and to genuinely give them more value, right? These guys are tech savvy, and so I know if I give them some advice, they're going to implement it. And I also know if I give them good advice and it works and they see an increase in call volume, they're going to be like, wow. They're like, you know what? We took some of his free advice on that call and we're actually getting more calls now.
For any remodel work they can think of.
Sounds like a great goal.
That's awesome, man. One thing that I will say is on the Google Map, this is like before I like show all the Facebook stuff. I have a client in Vegas, and he ended up signing up like a long time ago. So we still do some SEO stuff for him. So do you know roughly how many calls you guys are getting from the SEO stuff?
You know, I'm going to tell you how many quality calls we get from the 4 main websites that, you know.
So in this situation, they have a website that's ranking well in Google. I have a client that I signed up a while ago for SEO, but his website's not ranking anywhere on Google except in the map pack. So it's in that like little map section, and we're getting a ton of calls just from that. So just to drill my point home, I am actually going to show him the call volume, right? The amount of calls that Google My Business listing is actually getting him.
Take out the roofing, take out the tile from the 4 main cabinet kitchen remodeling company.
If you have proof, this is probably the best way to show it, is just to casually mention it. Oh yeah, by the way, like if you take this advice, like I have one client that took it, and look at what he's generating. I'm just going to share my screen and show you. And instead of you bragging, like saying, oh, we have testimonials and this and that, like no, I'll just share my screen. I'll show him. Wow, that kind of reminds me of like this right here. So yeah, if you alter that strategy a little bit, you know, this might be some of the results that you might see.
I'd say we get 2 quality calls a week. You know, and again, I think does a little bit better because we're here. People drive by our shop. We've got yard signs, so people are calling that number. But as far as the areas we're not physically in, so on and so forth, you know, I see my stats at the end of every month. There's a lot of people stumbling upon our website. There's a lot of people that are actually putting the map in there. You know, I can see all the stats. But the calls are decent. You know, some months are better than other months, but I'd say 2.
There's another pain point right there. He's saying, I can see the stats on my website, but the calls are decent. So he's saying he's getting a lot of people to his website, but not enough calls. So now I know the other pain point. He needs more calls from his website. He needs to improve his conversion rate on the website. This could be adding a live chat, you know, making a bigger phone number, that kind of stuff.
Quality a month from each of them, which, you know, is giving us 8 quality phone calls a week from all of them for my 6 sales reps here in our shop.
Got it. So I'm going to show you something that we're doing here in Vegas, specifically for kitchen and bath remodel. As you can see here under the drop down, they have a ton of other services as well, but I'm going to take out like kitchens. I'm going to take out concrete, all that stuff. This is just kitchen and bath. And we have 2. So it's interesting you're doing this like multiple website kind of thing. This is what we're doing too, except my website is on like page 2 or 3. This is all from that Google My Business map pack. That's all. Literally 82 calls. Actually, you know what? Here, let me go into unique calls. That way, if somebody calls twice, it only counts 1 time, right?
Okay.
So I'll go into unique, and let's pick like kitchens and bathrooms here. So last 30 days, as you can see here, so 61 calls, right? And you can see there's our conversations, 3 minutes, whatever. Okay. We got Angie in here. So not really.
Angie is like another lead source, and they cold call freaking everyone. So I made a joke about it.
Right. But most of these people are leads here coming in, right? And this is all, man, from Google My Business. So this is just like total side note for you guys. I mean, dude, I would absolutely start to getting reviews on the other Google My Business listings, and I would start. You know, you're ranked really well, but one thing I would do is like, for example, where's that listing? I would change this. It's already this one's already doing well for kitchen remodeling. I would change this to kitchen remodeling, and then your ranking is going to jump up. You have the keywords in there. You might jump up to number 2 or number 3 just off of that. 1 review though is not really enough. So you might be at number 4, number 5. I would boost that up to at least 10 reviews. Just that one listing. And dude, honestly, your phone calls are going to double for this location just if you do that one thing. Right. So that's the first thing. The second thing, you said you're getting website visitors, but not calls. I can tell you my rough idea on why that might be happening.
We already talked about that, but I'll let Pavel explain a little bit more.
Yeah. The biggest thing, man, I would say is just like this website, you don't have your phone number anywhere. I mean, I landed on this website. I don't even know how to call you.
Okay. Yep. All right.
So like we have to really scroll down and say, okay, here's this little text. And by the way, some of your demographics are older, right? And some of them are in their 50s, 60s, and they might need to use 3 pairs of glasses to see this number, right? They don't know. So I would definitely have that. This one though, you guys are crushing it, right? You have the phone number nice and high up to nice and high up towards the right. I assume it's on mobile as well. I'm not going to dive into like the whole like website thing, but anyways, that's just a couple things.
Cool. Yeah. Great.
But the Google My Business is low hanging fruit for you guys.
So I'll always give some advice and then say, look, but I'm not going to dive too deeply into this because then this call would be super long. It would take us, forever for me to go through every page. But anyways, that's just a couple things that I think if you implemented it, it might really make a difference in your business. So let's actually dive in here.
For sure, because this is all Google My Business and just in your niche, and literally the website isn't even ranking. So definitely don't let that slip there. So by the way, you did say, so I'll show you some of my case studies because I know you guys have said that you've heard of me or maybe seen my stuff somewhere. How did you guys first come across me, I guess, in some way, or how have you heard of me in the past?
You're associated with somehow, right?
I have gone through, yeah.
Okay, so we both went through. That's how
amazing.
I think we're friends on Facebook. I see your stuff every now and again or whatever. I think we spoke before, maybe briefly, but.
No, nice, man. That's interesting. Yeah. Small world. Yeah. I was going to say, because if you guys are in this space of remodeling and whatnot, then which it makes sense how the rank and rent model then. Yeah. That's kind of what we did inside this Vegas thing. So you know about the Google My Business and that kind of stuff and all that. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. So this is.
All right. So it looks like he found me inside of a group, and this is why part of our Facebook group strategy is not to always hard sell. When you go in these like groups with lots of business owners, you can clearly see who's a marketer and who just wants to make a quick buck. Hey, I'm doing an experiment where we're running Facebook ads for free for 7 days and guaranteeing, like, no, dude, that's a direct call to action. Everyone and their grandma can smell that as a marketing campaign. That's a marketer that's going to try to sell you on lots of services. What is a better approach inside of Facebook groups is by genuinely giving value, meaning someone asks a question about this or that and just answer the question and say, oh, this is what we're doing on Facebook and we're getting $20 leads. And then that's it. No call to action, no message me today, like none of that. Just give value, right? They're asking a question. Hey, what are you guys paying per lead? Just respond and say, yeah, we're paying about $26 per lead. We used to pay $100 though. That's it. Give value. Post some interesting things. If you learn something, maybe your client changed something. Maybe he followed up. Instead of following up 3 hours after, he now follows up 5 minutes after, and just make a post saying, hey, by the way, guys, like we're actually closing way more sales if we just follow up 5 minutes after instead of 34 minutes after. That used to be our average. And as soon as we fix this, our closing ratio actually went to the roof. Anyways, hope that helps. Right? Like just give value, just give them something so people can look at your posts. And remember, other people are going to see your comments and your responses to others, and they're going to like what you have to offer. Now, I'm also in a unique situation where my name is different, so it kind of stands out a little bit. However, you can all do this, right? Your profile photo will stand out. Just give value, help people. That's part of our Facebook group strategy. And remember that you can give. You can share things. You can take screenshots of your ads if someone's talking about Facebook or XYZ. If they ask you how you got the leads, just paste in a screenshot, right? And just give a lot of value. And as you can also see on this call so far, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm genuinely trying to tell them things that will help them, that if they implement it, they'll get more calls. So even if they don't close, they're going to have a good feeling about me because they're going to understand that I know what I'm talking about. This positions you as a leader. So also when I say, bring them something new, you might be thinking, oh, well, Facebook ads aren't new. Landing pages aren't new, right? Doing automatic email follow-up, SMS campaigns. All that stuff is not necessarily new. However, your angle, your twist, your version of how you do it, that is new, right? We don't just do these like review campaigns. No, we do reputation management. We filter the reviews for them. We send them only the 5 stars, right? We don't just run Facebook ads. No, we bring them to a survey. Then we qualify them. Then we even book the appointment. Like all this stuff is new. This is my version. This is my twist on everything that we just mentioned that has been around for a very, very long time. And you're going to see exactly how I structured it and exactly the service that is new and exactly why they signed up and everything here in a second.
Model, and it's all like Facebook and social media stuff. But this, these are kind of like some reviews, and if you want, I can also give you the numbers of like some of these guys. You can speak to them. I don't care, and I'm sure they don't care. But this is the first 30 days of working together. They sold 3 remodel jobs. Everything I do is like big remodels, full kitchens, full bathrooms. I don't do any like tiny stuff. This is he said we make 3 to 4 sales per month that average between 25 to 35.
So if you don't have case studies, if you don't have testimonials, that's fine. Honestly, you can film like a Loom video, or you can film your own testimonial, meaning you don't need to get something from the client. However, if let's say you ran Facebook ads for one client and you decreased his cost per lead, again, from $100 per lead to $20, make a video explaining how you did it. And that can go on your case studies page. Here's a case study on how we decreased a client's cost per lead from $100 to $20 per lead. Also, if you're doing DR campaigns, right, and you ran a DR campaign, you got them 4 appointments in 7 days, use that as a video to case study and just put it on here.
1,000 per project. So that probably sounds like your price range, right?
Correct.
Cool. Yeah, this is the most recent one that I actually just spoke to this guy last week. Said we made over $500,000 in 4 months from what you sent us, and we're collecting big deposits. I'm going to show you his account right now because he just came in. It's just fresh and everything. So I'm going to show you the exact ads running and all the back end stuff as well. But anyways, yeah. So a bunch more that I can scroll through here, but I don't know. This call's not really about me. So let's dive into some of these results because you're probably wondering how do you even generate these. So let's dive in here. This is my ads account. As you can see, let me refresh it right here so you can see these are live. It's coming in right now. As you can see, this is turned on. And when we scroll over, let me move my Zoom little icons here out the way. So right here, you see we're getting leads. I don't like doing Facebook lead form. I'll show you kind of what's coming in. As you can see here, by the way, this is all kitchens and bathrooms, right? Like I mentioned earlier. These are full remodels. I'll show you some of the ads in a second. But so we got 99 leads coming in at $24 per lead. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's the average lead price. This one right here, came in at 30, 21, 17, all that stuff. 34.
Are you looking in a specific market right now, or is that just in general?
No. This is for one client in a specific in one location.
Got it.
Yeah. This is the live client account, cool. And I'm going to show you. And after this, I'm going to show you like the text messages that we're sending the leads, how many of them we're booking into estimates. So I'll show you all that stuff in a sec. But yeah, so that's the general cost per lead. These metrics are a little bit off, but it's as you can see here, so 55%, 55 out of 99 actually schedule an appointment. Right. So this is kind of the issue with, in general, like Facebook marketers and this kind of thing. And admittedly, when I first started, this was kind of like what we did too, which is most people when they come in and they're running ads on Facebook. And by the way, have you guys ever tried Facebook ads or no?
No.
Okay. Have you heard anything about them or like?
Yes, we have. Yeah. My partner, we've looked at several different companies. We talked to several different companies. We have several other ideas that, one company specializes in just Facebook ads. We've talked to them. We've got them on hold.
So it's important to ask this question of what have you heard about Facebook ads? Because a lot of times people have said good things, but then also negative things. Oh yeah, no, I heard Facebook is terrible because the lead quality is bad. So then I know exactly what objections I have to handle. And also he can tell me this, which is, we know we've looked into other Facebook ad companies. So now I know that what I have to overcome is the fact that we're different. I can't just tell them Facebook ads, right? I have to go deeper in depth into why our process is better than most other Facebook ad agencies. And then also I can use different language, like here's what most people do. And you'll see that here throughout the video.
Right now, you guys are our main interest. And again, I don't know where exactly I'm at financially to spend money to get more leads, but I want the best money spent for the most results. So that's, again, you guys are our most interested party to work with right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, the best thing is for sure to optimize ads around appointments, right? Because this is what I mentioned, like, I think very early on in the call as well, which is you don't just want a lot of leads. Like, most companies you speak with, ask them about their cost per appointment, ask them how many of those are actually booking into appointments, and then they usually have no idea because they don't want to track it. That is the initial like a cost per lead. I'm going to show you some ads and stuff as well if you want to take a look. The reason I'm asking like how much you know about Facebook and this and that is just so I know how in depth I should go. But let me actually show you some of these ads so you can actually see like what people are opting into. And I'm going to ask you the kind of questions that we ask and what we qualify, what we count as a lead as well.
Sure.
Most companies, they go for lead quantity, meaning like we can get cheaper leads in this. I've gotten leads for $15, but you do these things that's called like, I'm going to tell you guys because you're tech savvy. They're called like pre-fill leads, where it takes the person's Facebook information, it takes their Facebook email, their Facebook name, and their Facebook phone number. And these are super cheap to get, but you'll get a lot of people on there that are like, wait, who are you? Who is this? Like, why are you contacting me? I just wanted to see some photos, right? Very low quality, low interest buyers. Right. I'm in the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm cool with the leads being a higher price and you guys getting less leads, but every lead is actually interested or at least responding to you, at least giving you a shot.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll never guarantee that our cost per lead is going to be the lowest, but I care about quality, right? So this is like an example ad copy. This is the exact one that brought in that 99 leads. So quality and cost effective, kitchen or bathroom done quickly, done right the first time without feeling overwhelmed. And by the way, this is like through tons of iterations. I'm showing you the winning ad copy. So all completed for free, no nonsense, practical, realistic consultation, practical way. But we'll boil down a lifetime worth of experience in helping people love their homes again into a single consultation. Like just tons of copywriting. Boom, there's the image. So we would take your images, put them in a nice collage, and then, free measure and design consultation. That's like a phone call consultation. So that's working well.
It's funny. I don't know if you noticed, but there's like 300 likes on that, 20 something shares. Yeah, that ad is doing very well.
Of course, a bunch of other ones. As you can see here, we're launching a bunch of collages. Another ad that I've seen work really, really well lately, and this is what we're kind of diving into, is video ads. These ones are slightly more expensive, but they're much higher quality. So I have video scripts on what's absolutely crushing and with video ads. And I can give you a script and you can maybe stand in it.
So I've already identified myself as so different on so many different levels. Hey, look, we don't do cheap leads, we do quality leads, right? Then I showed them, look at our ad copy. We are selling your service, right? We want quality. That is our main priority. Now I'm even talking about video ads. Look, what we've also seen work well is videos, and we have full scripts for you, right? What other Facebook ad agency is going to give their clients a video script? Right, for like a local business, hey, say this on video and we're going to run that as an ad. Mostly none.
Kitchen, or maybe just stand in your showroom that you have, and you just film a quick selfie video like this and just follow along roughly with my script and just say, hey, what's going on? This is so-and-so, I'm just standing here in my showroom. Or you can even say something like, hey, I'm standing here in a kitchen. We just finished remodeling. This is Susie here. Susie, what do you think about this new kitchen? And then it's very, very casual, right? Very, very casual. There's like low, minimal editing and that kind of stuff. And if we've ran these ads, and these I've seen have higher conversions. These have higher amount of people that reach out, actually turn into customers, because when you call them, they already know your voice.
Yeah.
Right.
And Pavel, wouldn't you say here they would be like absolutely perfect to display their, their company, right? They're the face of their organization, and they're young, clean cut, right? I mean, you guys are going to show off so well on these video ads. So I think it's going to convert really well.
Are you flirting with him? What's that? He's making a move. Says he's about to make a move.
30 and flirting, baby.
I'm flattered.
He's out here flirting. He's like, it is like perfect beard and his perfect jawline on camera.
Pavel, stop. It's where
I am putting myself into the shoes of a 40 and 50-year-old women that are searching on Facebook for their perfect dream kitchen.
Yeah.
That's right. Exactly. You know what? What we're going to do is we're going to target females only on all of your ads. That's what might work. It might work. That's going to be the marketing plan, is to do a video and so. But yeah, man, it's funny because I have had, some people are not really good on camera. I mean, as you know, with contractors, I'm sure you've worked with contractors and subcontractors and this kind of stuff. A lot of them are very rough around the edges, man. And I give them this, and some ads don't work with videos. That's why I don't do it with everyone, because I don't know, they're just awkward and I don't know. So I think with you guys, we can definitely test the video, but if not, collages will also crush it. crush it. So after the lead comes in, let me actually show you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you this exact campaign so we can really compare apples to apples here. So let me.
And now, do you run like Google Ads, Google Guaranteed Ads, Google Service Ads for any of your clients?
Yeah, exactly.
Along with the Facebook ads?
Yeah, we do. We do Google. Typically, though, we'll start with Facebook. Okay. Oh, we need to, I don't know. That's on last year. I need to be on this year. There we go. So yeah, typically we'll start with Facebook just so you get some leads coming in, and then if you need an additional lead source. So here's the issue that we'll come across on Facebook. By the way, what's the population size, or what kind of like? Do you guys go into or no?
So right now, 26,000 is about 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes south of us, and it's 110,000.
This is actually important. If you're doing lead generation, if it's a smaller area, I found that Google Ads can sometimes work better, because on Facebook, if the audience size is too small, then the ads don't perform as well. So he's talking about Google, and so if it's a smaller area, it's better to go across multiple channels versus stick to one and just increase the budget. So it's better to take a big budget and redistribute it.
So that's been our best lead source prior to starting, and all the stuff here in kind of would be a nice population that's kind of dominant.
Well, and I think the thought behind rather than doing one or two first websites when we started a couple years ago, rather than starting and having all this competition, we hit the low hanging fruit around, and then I think we plan on using our websites that are surrounding doing one whenever the time comes.
Okay, awesome, man. So I think that should be enough. The only issue that I've come across when it comes to like scaling Facebook ads, like let's say month one we spent 1,000, and so like I have had one client where we were spending 1,000 a month, and literally a week and a half in, she's like, let's increase it to 4K a month. And so then we started spending 4,000 a month, and the cost per lead went up like crazy. So I started doing initially it was like SEO and that kind of stuff, web design, and then it was Google Ads, and then it was Facebook. And then I kind of realized actually, there is a place and time for Google Ads and local service and that kind of stuff, because if you're in a market where you're at, I don't think spending like $4,000 or $5,000 a month would be profitable. I think we just don't have enough audience. If you're in New York City, it's a different story. Maybe if you're in downtown, different story. So then we need two avenues, right? And we could do Google, or maybe for you guys, if we're still targeting females, you can make TikToks of you dancing, and we can run ads to that. So if that's what you want to do, we can certainly do that as well. But yeah, so we can do Google. I prefer Facebook in the start. So this is the same client that actually showed you. That's this one right here. So actually in the video, you probably can't hear it. I can send you this link too. You can check out it if you want. But in this video, as you can see, we're looking at the same screen. He said that he's not tracking the closed sales properly. So this actually should be way more. This is 500,000. And so with the, let's see, the intro call. So this is what we booked, the intro call. 56% actually booked. Right. So out of the leads that came in, 68% actually respond. And again, it's a live account. 68% respond, and then about 56% actually book. That's from the total amount, right? So out of the ones that respond, most of them book, like 80% book, right?
Cool.
So something along those lines. So that's kind of like the numbers. You're probably wondering what. I'm gonna show you some live leads that are coming in. So the real secret, man, with like running these ads and running them profitably is to do something like this. I'll show you. Most people run their ads and not just optimize around what's getting cheap leads, but they don't even optimize around appointments. And the people that are, no one is optimizing their ads based around what's actually making you sales, right? Okay. So we can track right here, as you can see. And by the way, I'm going this far in depth because you guys are tech savvy. But like we can see exactly which ad this lead came from. So for example, if you mark 4 leads as closed, I'm going to go in here, and let's say they came in from this ad set. Let's say it's like $80, not even 43. $80 a lead. A normal person, normal agency would just shut that off. That's so expensive. Let's keep doing $17 leads right here.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
But we're seeing, dude, you closed. Yeah, we're getting $80 leads, but you're closing 50% of them. Yeah. And guess what? We're going to turn off the cheap leads, and we're going to run these bad boys all day, right? Yeah. Because that's making you sales. And that's really the secret sauce as far as why, like, you know, we're able to get case studies like this, is because we just track better. That's it.
No, so, I'm sure you know the answer, but what makes the lead more expensive?
Yeah, so basically it's just based on like audience. For example, if we target, it goes off different segments, let's say, right? So if we are running Facebook ads to an entire audience of, let's say, 100,000 people. When you first launch that Facebook ad, let's say in the first week, it shows to 5,000 people. When you relaunch it, it shows to a different 5,000, a different 5,000, a different 5,000. And also there's different interests. So maybe we find that the interest of people that are interested in like home improvement as a general interest, or maybe people that are interested in design are cheaper leads, or are more expensive leads. They're more expensive, but they're higher quality because they know they want, you know, they're interested in like design and this, and they're more open to redoing their cabinets and, you know, doing home improvement type stuff.
Right.
So that's what varies it.
Cool. Thank you.
You got it. So yeah, that's like a brief breakdown here. As far as what information we collect, so as you can see here, we have their name, first name, last name, email, phone. So we do a survey. As you can see, it came in from a survey. We can see here, it came in from social media, it came in from Facebook. We collect their address, and then we ask them, are you a homeowner? What's the scope of the project, kitchen, bathroom, timeline for a project? More than a month from now. So not the greatest lead because they want it done a while from now, but still, that is the information we ask.
Cool.
So yeah, it's literally.
Huge differentiating factors have been said here, right? First thing I said, look, we're not optimizing your campaigns based on how many leads you get. It does not matter. We take the leads that you close and run more ads similar to those. That makes logical sense. I have said this to remodelers that don't know anything about computers, but it still makes sense. It differentiates us, right? Huge thing. Another thing is lead quality. We're telling them, look, we have their full address. We have their zip code. We have exactly what they need done. Like, do you think this is a high quality lead? Obviously the answer is yes, because a lot of other agencies are just doing name, email, and phone, not high quality at all.
Like a full-on survey. They get on a page and we make them fill out a survey. It's not just a name, email, and phone.
Great. Here's like one of the benefits of, let's say, like they're not ready. They're looking for, 3, 4, 5 months down the road. What can we do with our automation, Pavel?
Follow up
automatically, right?
Yeah,
with our system. So that you guys aren't like remembering to call them, right? Yep. We can put it into the system and they'll send automated text messages at certain intervals that you guys want, right? So that they're always staying on top of mind.
Right.
So just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, thank you.
My affiliate is on fire. He's on fire. I forgot to talk about the automatic follow-ups. That is a huge thing. And I'm glad he butted in and he knows well. That was a good addition.
How are you guys following up right now with your leads that come in?
Whenever I ran the company, where I was learning the company, I worked off of paper trails. Now that I'm running the QuickBooks system, hadn't been going. We've had our sales reps for 6 months now. So we're really still building, we've got our insurances, we've got our vehicles, we're getting our system in place. So we don't have an operation for that yet.
Okay. But in general,
we're just hoping we're
another huge pain point. How are you guys following up? We don't have a system open, right? Open for us to come in and say, well, do you think you can get more sales if we just automatically follow it up?
Call them back. And here in we get a lot of phone calls and people are ready, whether it's realtors or homeowners. They call us and they're ready, which, our market here in we've got companies that we can place an order and have cabinets 3 days later. So we really appeal to that market. It's a little different. They want to plan, they want to design. And of course, we've got more custom cabinet lines that is going to take a little bit longer. But again, we don't really have a follow-up procedure right now.
Okay, got it. And so what's the instruction to your salespeople as far as when they should call back, when they should follow up? Are you telling them, hey, call them ASAP? I mean, are you just hoping and praying they call them back? Like, what's the strategy?
They came from a very successful background with the countertop company they were with. Right now, I'm still setting everything up. I haven't put anything in place.
Okay, got it. And do you have any way of like tracking when they're following up, or how many times they're calling back a lead?
Nope. So we've looked at systems like Progil, and there's another system that helps our lead management, but we don't have that system yet.
Okay, got it. So, okay, because I'm just thinking about the best way to also use the software, because what we could do is set up like this automatic follow-up system, and you can attach it to the different sales reps. So you get all your sales reps on here. They each get their own login through the mobile app as well. And you can see exactly how many times like a lead came in, let's say today, because especially now if you're like spending money on leads and it's not kind of as like organic, you know, you can see, okay, a lead came in right here, July 27th at 9:42, let's say, and then you can see like as far as they took them 3 hours to respond, or it took them 5 hours to call, or it took them 5 days to call. So you can also kind of track that a bit better. I think that would be a smart thing to do, but also makes sense to automate where we can.
Also, real quick, if you want our client getting scripts, our client getting strategies, our outreach, DMs, literally everything A to Z, then you can go ahead and check out the free course in the description. If you want all of our snapshots imported into your account, I'm providing all of that. It's completely free. If you don't have a HighLevel account, then you can sign up for a free 30-day trial down below, and I will give you access to everything, sales call recordings, additional services that you can actually offer, how to sell those services and how to charge high ticket. Everything is in there. So let's dive back into the video.
Right, like the automatic text messages, man, 100%. I would link up a form. I would use this on your website, and I would just link up this form, and every single website in here, like, so if you go back to dashboard here, if you want to track this like really properly, I'm a numbers guy, if you haven't guessed. And if you scroll down, I would set up this source right here, and I would put in every single website, lead generation website that you have in here, and you can see exactly how many leads are coming in from each site, how many are open, how many are closed, and you can see exactly how many are getting filled out. And I would have a different pipeline here for every single website.
Cool.
That way you can log in here and take a overview of literally everything you guys are running right now.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's necessary. It's extremely necessary.
Yeah. And that way, I mean, half of it's about tracking, right? So let's take a look at this. So for example, like something we like to do is also book the initial phone call consultation, because sometimes I'm sure you or your salespeople, like you guys are playing phone tag with the lead, where the lead submits it, and then they're at work, you know, sitting on the toilet, and then they just remember to call you guys, and then you guys try to call them back, and they're busy. So one thing I like to do is send them to a call booking calendar, and so that's the funnel. Is they come in as a lead, and then we tell them, you know what, thanks so much for submitting information. It looks like your zip code's available, and we still have a spot. Let's book in a phone call right here. Boom. Now they're coming in and they're booking a phone call. Now it's going in on your calendar, and you're checking tomorrow. Okay, I got to call back 5 leads, and they all said, call me at this time.
That's great. And they're ready. That's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's kind of like a huge thing that I found that helps. So yeah. And if they don't book it, by the way, we have automatic text messages that send out to get them to book. Like this guy. This guy came in from a lead, as you can see, Facebook. And then as you can see here, Facebook appointment reminders. Hey, we got your information. Did you get a chance to book an appointment? Boom. Cool. Yes, I did. Okay. Boom. Your initial phone call consultation has been scheduled. This is all automatic. July 31st. It's in a few days, 4 p.m. Please reply with yes to confirm we got the right time. Also, please add it to your calendar. We look forward to talking with you soon. Boom. Yes.
Great. So just this lit media, what I'm looking at right now is what I would have access to see all of these messages, and it would be set up automatically.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
And also, you could be in here, as you can see, like, so we would link up your email. So you would have an SMS. You can respond to this lead right.
So I hope you're starting to see the value that they're also getting from all these services that I talk about in all my videos. They have 6 sales rep, no follow-up process. So even if they took this, embedded it in all their websites, even if they have one, honestly, it's going to work. And we help them increase their show-up rates, right? We help them get more leads from their website. We help them automatically follow up. How much value is that going to bring? Obviously a lot. With 6 sales reps, that's going to fix a lot, and they're also going to be able to track everything better. It is a no-brainer at this point, and that's what I'm seeing.
Here, you can also send them an email right here, and you can chat with them right here, and most people use this on their cell phone. So you download the app and then just respond to people. You can call them right here through the app, everything.
Great.
So that is part of the software, the CRM and the reporting dashboard that you're seeing Pavel give you a demo through. But absolutely, you guys will not only have access to it, but you guys will be utilizing it. You and your sales team will be utilizing it a great deal, because it's going to.
And by the way, there are so many other features too that we didn't cover, obviously, right? And this is what I mentioned in my other videos, is you don't have to sell every single service. How many services did we cover here? that GoHighLevel offers. Really only a few. We covered automatic texting and automatic appointment booking, which is just a calendar on a page, and then automatic text reminders. And that's really it. And then just tracking.
Right. Hugely beneficial.
Yes, great. Yeah, and well, like I said, we've been really...
In fact, I'm willing to bet that if I came in here and tried to show him everything, all the opportunities and payments and social media posting and all the websites and reviews and 10 million other things in reporting, they would be overwhelmed. This call would be way longer, and they might not have even closed because they would think, you know what, I actually don't need all that.
Looking into a lead source that can help us track these things and follow up with these things. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to have to pay for other software that's going to do something similar but worse, right. And it's going to be like disparate systems, right? Yes. Like this is this is a holistic approach. Yes. Everything that has to do with marketing, we'll be able to take care of that for you, right?
Right. Great.
Let me tell you, this guy that joined the community, he's a killer now. When he joined, he did not know much about how to use it and all of that, and now he's good, as you can see.
Yeah, you definitely track all this in here. Any landing pages you guys do for Google, Facebook, all that stuff, like also, cool. We would track it inside of here. So it would be like under the reporting, all the metrics, and then all the landing pages and stuff that you guys test would be under here, as you can see. Right, we got all the funnels and everything. But man, we covered a lot today, though. So yeah. What do you guys want to see more of?
We think we've been on this for about 40 minutes now. I've actually got a 12 o'clock meeting up in so well, let me ask you, I mean, what else do you think we need to see?
There's a question no one likes to ask, which is they just go into the close, but I'm letting him tell me what he's not sold on yet. Hey, what else do you want to see? What else do you want to learn more about? Right? Let him tell you. Maybe he doesn't understand something, and this is his opportunity to ask. And also, notice my language where I don't say, hey, do you have any additional questions? Because he might just say no, and then we'll have to move on. I don't like phrasing it that way. Typically what I'll do is ask, what else do you want to see? What else can I show you? What else would you like me to answer? What else would you like me to dive deeper into? That way it's inviting them to ask me anything. And this gets past any kind of objection that they have. I'm just future pacing, and if he doesn't understand something, it opens the doors and say, hey, go ahead and ask me. Maybe you want to learn more. Maybe he just wants to see more conversations. Hey, can I just see what other leads have said? Hey, can I see more ads that you're running? Hey, maybe can I see your video script, right? He can ask anything, and I want to be an open book.
And Bo's been a lot more familiar with all of this stuff. Some of this is new, but especially a lot of this stuff's over my head. I'm excited to work with a team of professionals that's going to lead us in the right direction. Anything that you think we need to see?
Okay.
I don't necessarily have any questions right off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of different for everyone, right? Because some people just need enough leads. I mean, some people are just kind of not good at follow-up, and it depends. So that's kind of also why I'm asking you the question. I mean, as you can see here, here's all the conversations we're having. So actually, these are just the unread ones. Let's go to all. So you can see here, like 26th, July 25th. Let's load more. Okay, 24th, 20th. So these are coming in, and we just track it all inside here. But overall, I mean, how does all this look? How does all this sound to you?
It looks very professional. It looks very necessary.
Before I ever go into a close, I want to make sure that he actually wants it, right? It doesn't make sense if he says, oh yeah, it's good, but I think it's too much. I'm never going to give a price to anyone that doesn't see the value. So I'm first going to ask, how does this look? Like, do you think this will even work for you?
Do you guys think this is something that could work for you?
Absolutely. Yes, it does.
Okay.
I know Connor's, I'm sorry to cut in. Go ahead, Pop. I'll let you finish.
I was just going to say, I know you guys are speaking with a different Facebook ad agency and that kind of stuff. Are they doing something similar to this? Are they going this far in depth, or like tell me about?
Now I'm tackling the elephant in the room. They were talking to other Facebook ads agencies, so I'm just asking, how does this compare to what you've seen? Are they doing more than us? Right? Are they doing less? Let me know.
Nope, they didn't go that far in depth, and I think you kind of tackled it right off the bat whenever you said that you don't necessarily pay attention to the lowest cost leads. They do, and personally, I think a high-end company, a company that's ready to spend money where money's best spent, wouldn't focus on the most I'm ready to spend money to make money. And if you tell me that, it makes sense to me why the higher price leads are the most quality leads, and that's what we're looking for. So you kind of took them out of the game when you said that.
Got it. How many leads roughly would you be looking for per month?
I want to scale appropriately. And when we start getting leads, I don't want to miss leads. I think, if I were to throw a number out there like 80 a month, it may be a little unnecessary considering we don't know the software. We've got to get used to the software. Right. I think if we were looking at somewhere between 30 or 40 leads a month right now, that may be 15 to 20 quality leads, which we are absolutely ready for, and that would help us scale appropriately. So I think 40 may be a good number to throw out to you.
Okay, what's roughly your closing percentage on your estimates?
A little better than the other markets. The other markets, I've found that they, again, I've seen my sales team have different approaches. We've been holding a couple. Again, we've only been in this building for a couple months. I've held a couple meetings. I'm kind of seeing what they do. Again, they're very successful salesmen. I have been very successful. I closed at least 6 out of 10. That wasn't just the quality ones. I mean, even the unquality ones I could close with my follow-ups and my procedures. Again, I'm moving into a position where I'm overseeing 6 sales rep. I'm doing a lot of driving. I'm doing a lot of setting up for the company. So I'm really, since we've only been at this with my sales team for 3 or 4 months, I'm really seeing the email traffic come in. I hear all the phone calls. I take most of my phone calls from our websites. They come to me. I take the notes. I schedule the appointment and I pass them off. And again, I'm looking to put Travis's number on our countertop site. I'm looking to put Amy's number on our designer site, and that's years to come. But right now, I don't have a good answer for you.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, and like I said, you guys are just kind of getting the ropes of all this stuff, which is cool. Congrats on the growth, by the way. You guys are definitely
Thank you.
Really fast, and that's exciting, especially because we're all young here and everything. So
and again, unfortunately, but I guess fortunately as well, my family member that I bought the company from, Steve Lomax, he's retired. He's got an amazing, successful business back.
So another thing that you can also ask at this point is how many estimates, right? Or how many sales calls, whatever niche you're in, how many do you do per month, right? And then out of the ones that you don't close, what happens to them? Do you just throw them out the window? How do you follow up, right? So you can get that number from them and you can extract that and you can say, okay, cool. So if every single month you're doing about 20 and you're closing 50%, that means there's another 10 that nothing happens with, right? There's another 10 that are just getting forgotten about, or they're just being tossed out the window, and then maybe one day you'll call them, or what do your salespeople do with it? And also not knowing is also a problem, right? So you can take that and amplify it. Again, you take a gap and you widen it, right? So if they are getting 10 leads that they're not following up with, that they've already spoken to, those are low-hanging fruit. Maybe all it takes is a little bit of follow-up. So you take those 10 per month and you say, look, out of the course of a year, that's an extra 120 opportunities that you are just throwing out the window from customers that potentially know, like, and trust you. Do you think if we could just automatically follow up with them a day later, 2 days, 3 days later, do you think you'd be able to make an extra couple sales, if not per month, per year? And then once they say yes, you can ask, okay, cool, what is that worth to you? What's like your average profit margin? How much more would that mean in terms of revenue? You can ask these questions that get them thinking in their own brain, you know what? I actually am missing out on a lot of sales. And it makes sense because it's true. And this doesn't even have to be in like high ticket services like, roofing or like remodeling or anything like this. Let's say you work with a massage parlor. You can ask them, how many phone calls do you get per day? They might say like 10, right? Because they're not doing 10, let's say, calls per month or 20 per month. They're doing that per day because it's a lower ticket service. So if you work with massage parlors, they might be getting 10 calls a day, and you can ask them, how many customers do you get? Okay, well, we get 150, or we serve 150 people per month. So you can say, okay, well, what happens to all those phone calls that you don't turn into customers? Do you ever follow up with them? Do you mark them anywhere? Do you have any kind of campaigns that send out to people that actually become customers? Because unlike this service, right, where we close them one time, they get a brand new kitchen, right? They don't need another kitchen. They most likely don't need another remodel that year. Sometimes they do, then they do their basement or they do their bathroom. But in a service like massage therapy, You can get one massage a week. You can get one massage a day if you really wanted to. So what happens after you get a customer? How often do you follow up? Do you reach out to them via text a day later asking for a review? Do you reach out over text telling them they have a second session at 10% off, at 20% off? What would it mean to you in the course of a year if you got an extra X clients, right? Just because we installed an automatic follow-up session. How much is one massage worth to you? Oh, it's $100. So you can still do the same math with lower ticket services as well. I think sometimes people think that you need to be in like this high revenue kind of niche for this to work, and it doesn't. It works even better with massage parlors because then everyone can be a customer again.
This was really his side thing. He's still involved. I learned how to run the business from him, the physical side. Unfortunately, I waited to learn the accounting side. We've got a good CPA on our team now, which again, that's taken a lot off my plate. It's very professional. So we're going over and beyond with this company. We're not doing anything under the table. We're not doing anything. We want to be the most top notch, the most professional we can be in every aspect, and I think this is going to take us there.
Okay, cool. So yeah, man, do you have a sort of like budget that you guys have in mind as far as what you like to spend on ad spend on Facebook or anything else like that?
I'd let you know, this quote was impressive. And again, I knew that the ad spend was on top of that. I think I told it'd be nice to be close to $1,000, to start off. And as we build and as we grow and as we see results continue to increase, and then continue to get you guys more involved in our other websites. So with his 1,500 quote, it's hard for me to say, and I know it's going to take time to build these things and get the reviews and to get more phone calls. I know it's going to take time. I'd love to give you thousands of dollars to run with and play with. I think where I'm at on the company with where my spending is right now, I may be able to do another 500 on top cost to play with the ad spend and to see what that looks like. And then again, as the reviews come and as people learn us and more costs come in, more money comes in, I want to continue to increase, just like the story you told me about the other lady that started doing $4,000 a month with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So I think that also if you guys, if we start working together, then obviously I have your best interest at heart also, and I want you guys to grow. And that's kind of why we've been working on the software, right? Like it's a whole separate project, but as long as it helps you close more projects at the end of the day, that's really what matters. I would say, man, if you optimize this Google My Business stuff that we talked about, that alone is going to double your phone calls. Is once you get in that map pack. You're doing organic, which is great, but people are really calling the map pack stuff as you know from being in like the JK
that what program. I got. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
So part of the initial offer that got them on the phone was to optimize his Google My Business profile. So again, my model is software with services. So in the beginning, it wasn't necessarily lead gen services like this on Facebook ads. It was Google My Business optimization, right? And it's relatively simple to do once you know what you're doing and once you have a little bit of experience. So he initially pitched them $1,500 per month to optimize their Google My Business, plus set up their high level, do all the follow-up and all that stuff. And that's also why he was able to command a higher price because he wasn't just offering high level, but that was the separate service that came with high level.
Which is awesome. As far as like the Facebook stuff, typically we start at about $50 a day when it comes to ad spend. Okay. So that's what I recommend you spend. And this way we can really test and launch enough ads to where we can see what properly works, right? Now you're getting all the best ads out of the gate because we've A/B tested a bunch of stuff for now many years. However, we have to launch it, and by the way, it takes 5 days to launch. So from today into whatever 5 business days from now, so it would be late next week, we can get everything live, and you'll start seeing leads coming in. So that's roughly how long.
This is also something that I always like to do. At this point, I'm kind of seeing if he's qualified for the Facebook ads. I'm not 100% sure yet because the number that he gave me was a little bit under the number that I have in mind, which is $50 a day, right? That's about $1,500 per month. He wants to only spend $500 per month. That's 3 times less than what we normally charge people. However, you can also see that I'm future pacing a little bit. So I'm telling him the next steps on what's going to happen next. Hey, it takes 5 days for us to build this all out, for integrate it, and also to get leads, because that sometimes comes up as an objection. So I like to tell him the exact plan and the exact kind of onboarding process. If he were to ask more about the onboarding, I would tell him that. But this is me kind of hinting, hey, here's the next thing that we can do, and here's what happens next.
And Pablo, I know you guys are in this thing together. Essentially, I guess I don't know how you guys mostly operate, but again, I'm happy to have both of you on the phone call. I'm happy to hear that both of you guys work together, and I'm happy to hear how professional you guys are. You're saying 1,500 guys. I'd love to do both of them. I'm not ready right now. In your guys' experience, if you were where I was at, what should I focus on and what should I do? I mean, would you start pumping out the ads, or would you go with me and start doing the reviews and everything that he said that he would do on his end?
Well, that encompasses both, right? Because so the $50 a day is ad spend, meaning that's going directly to Facebook. Like, we link up your card, and you're paying Facebook to show the ad. So we don't have a separate fee here.
Right, and that would bring leads in immediately.
Right, exactly.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going to help me in building our brand. You're going to help me focus on getting reviews. This is more of a long-term investment. It's more of you're building something at that point. The ad spend is going to get us leads, which of course I'm attracted to bringing money in immediately, bringing more leads in for my team and for my team's families. But again, I want to. Gosh, you guys might strangle me and make me try to spend $3,000 a month right off the bat. I really want to. But again, I guess if you guys don't have a better answer as far as what direction I should go, I need to make a decision on which direction I want to go. And Pablo, I wouldn't want to undercut you and say, listen, I can only spend $500 a month with you. If you're telling me I need to do $1,500 a month and that's going to make me the most successful, that's what I want to do. So it looks like my decision is going to be Pablo, which one I'm going to do right off the bat, and hopefully over the next 2 or 3 months, maybe. I'm going to be ready for the next one.
Right. So, I mean, I'll just kind of jump in because I think there's a little bit of confusion. So it's not me or it's so it's the 1,500 goes directly to Facebook. That means like that's not my fee at all. I get no commission off of that. So the minimum is 3,000.
Got it. Okay.
Got it. So there's no one or the other
for the ads.
For the ads, yeah. And then if you also want, so if you the plan that and I kind of came up together is so it's 2,000 for everything. So that's everything he's doing and everything I'm doing, and then it's an extra $50 a day that's going directly to Facebook to actually start generating the leads. So it's 3,500 total.
Okay, got it. Okay, can one of you guys send that in an email to me? Let me look it over.
Of course, but absolutely.
So that's the first objection is, can you send me an email? Of course, right? You can send the email, but there's definitely a lot to unpack here. My affiliate doesn't have too much experience running Facebook ads, and so we thought if he brings me on the call, I can also sell them on Facebook ads, maybe even run it, or he would run it and then I would just consult him, or we would run it. We were going to figure that stuff out later if they want ads. But also I start seeing that this is a bit expensive, right? As soon as I told him that, hey, minimum is 3,000, that is like, you can't spend less than that if you want to do ads, he immediately jumped in with an objection of, hey, send me an email. So I'm starting to kind of feel out that I don't think ads are a good fit for him at this time. Not to say in the future he can't do it.
What are your like initial thoughts of that? Is that too much? Because I know it sounds like it's a little bit over budget for you.
For right now it is. Again, we're in the planning stages. I was looking at several other companies, several other options. Those are off the table now. I'll just be straightforward. I know we're all salesmen here, but I think nobody's direct anymore. Those guys are off the table. I'm most interested in you guys. I think you guys can help us be the most successful. I think you guys are the most successful in what I've seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're very impressed. It's 3,500 is a little high for me right now with where our business stands and what our profits are and what I'm focusing on, what we're paying off, the building loan, the vehicles, etc. I definitely think it's again, when I get a goal and I set my mind to it, it doesn't take me long. I think I could absolutely build an account over the next 2 months and be able to do that in hopes that it would juvenate more leads where I could continue spending that with you guys. But right now, having that, being able to write you guys a check for that right off the bat, it's a little high for me right now.
Okay, got it. So yeah, we also do have a guarantee in place, by the way. So it's 45 opportunities minimum in 90 days. Meaning that's 45 like you saw the kind of quality of leads that we're getting. It's not just naming on the phone. And again, it doesn't mean we're going to get 45 in 90 days. That's just the bare minimum. Like if you get below that, then I'll just refund you, right? So it's that is the bare minimum. That's the guarantee. My suggestion, and it's totally fine if it's a bit high, I would go with what the lowest hanging fruit is, which would be this, because you'll get a ton of business from this. So I would actually work with and have him.
So again, at this point, I'm seeing they're not a good fit for ads because it is expensive, and I'm not going to try to overcome that. I'm not going to try to get him to spend more on ads. I'm just going to downsell him on the GoHighLevel stuff, and I'll have my affiliate take over and service them properly with the Google My Business stuff, and to get everything integrated and to get everything set up for them. And then in the future, if they run ads, then they can certainly do that. But that's the power of having a downsell, is you have something to sell and you can still give a lot of value even if they're not a good fit for the ads.
Optimize a couple of your Google business profiles, help him get some of those reviews, because the Google reviews campaign is amazing. I don't know how far in depth he went into it, but basically, we have a landing page that filters reviews, and anyone that's 4 or 5 stars or over, they get sent to Google and they leave a review. So what we could do is take your past customer list, that kind of stuff, do Google review campaigns, and then sprinkle them into different Google business profiles, help them all boost up in rank, increase the phone calls for everything. So just go with just do his plan. And then as you're growing, as you're making money from that and the rankings boost and everything, then we can come back and look at odds and where it makes sense. And now, I think that might be the best plan.
Yeah, that sounds great. Sounds very doable. Very doable very soon as well. I mean, 2-3 months, I believe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Pavel, the system that I was looking at that showed all the clientele, would we go ahead and be able to start working with that system with Lit Media?
That system comes like whether you work just with me or together with Pablo.
Well, and again, it seems like that would even be a great plan that you said, Pablo, considering that we can start working with, we can start building those things, getting more leads in, and we can start working with this system. That way, whenever we start running ads and we're getting another however many leads a month, we're already ready, we're already familiar with the system, and we're already running whenever. In that sense, I would love to just blow up with 50 leads a month, 60 leads a month when we're ready for it. And so, Pablo, thank you. I think that's a great plan, starting to work with, starting to build the accounts and learning the system and training my sales reps to work with the system with a few leads that are coming in, and then blow the whole damn thing up.
The other thing this does is it also builds trust, because notice how I didn't try to hard close him. Hey, well, what's stopping you from moving forward today and spending $3,000, right? Like, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to try to force him into paying something that he's not comfortable with. And that's the issue. If you're just offering SMMA and social media marketing, you kind of have to do that. That's what all these courses and programs tell you to do. But instead, I'm like, no, man, just spend less. Let's get you integrated. Let's get everything imported in here. Let's actually start tracking everything better. Let's optimize these certain things. And then we can revisit this.
Yeah,
exactly, man. And I also think that, dude, just link up, like just replace, for example, chat widget right here, right? We made this client extra $77,000 just by adding in a freaking chat widget to his website, right? Like simple stuff like this, man, that's the lowest hanging fruit. And so I would work with on getting all this stuff set up. And also, as you can see here, we're tracking every lead source. Dude, start tracking each lead gen. See exactly how many phone calls are coming in, like see how many leads are coming in, get your sales reps in here, and by the way, you can redistribute the leads, like one location, go to this sales rep, or you can like round robin them where they just get evenly split. So up to you, but I would start doing that here ASAP, because then the ranking is going to increase on the Google business profiles, and if that stuff works, because I'm telling you, this one right here in Vegas, we're not even ranking organically at all. This is just Google business. So if you start doing that, man, you're not going to get a cheaper plan. I mean, I guess you could hire some minimum wage person off Craigslist, but I don't know if that's going to work well. But yeah, man, that's probably the best action plan. And then you guys are already on the platform, and then I'll come in and I'll plug in.
So a lot of times I'll actually add, look, if this is a bit too expensive, I'm sure you can find it cheaper. You can hire some random Craigslist person for minimum wage, and they'll try to figure out all this stuff. And I do this with Facebook ads too. If someone's like, well, why is your fee so high? That's always what I say. Look, you can probably find someone on Craigslist, and I'm sure they've watched a couple of YouTube videos, and all of a sudden they're a Facebook expert. And I'm sure you could hire them for $10 an hour, right? But at the end of the day, do you think they're going to get the same results as someone who's been doing this for remodelers for years all over the country? Probably not. That's usually how I overcome that price objection.
Facebook ads into a machine that's already running, and then we'll scale up from there.
Perfect.
So I know you got to run, but this is what I will add, just to like clarify everything, just to make everything clear before we all go, right? So the work that I am doing, it's building up your organic traffic, right? So it's going to be like a slow burn, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
You're not going to expect, 20, 30, 40 calls like a day, right?
Yes.
So this is good. You want to manage and set expectations. He jumped in here and he said, look, you're not just going to activate this and get 10 million leads right away, right? We're going to increase this. We're going to change the name. We're going to increase the ranking. We're going to get you more Google reviews, and it will work. You will get more leads, but it's not like we're just going to turn it on and then instantly you have 15 leads a day coming in, right?
Or even like the first month that you're working with us. But what we're going to do is we're going to fine tune everything, right? Has done an amazing job like ranking these websites already, right? Let's just make some of the little tweaks that Pavel already mentioned. Putting the chat widget in there, having maybe a better call to action.
And by the way, they will get more leads if they do those few changes and they have a phone number at the top. Add the live widget that's collecting people's information, plus add a calendar after someone opts in to the form. It will improve their lead quality, and it'll actually get them more leads. So they genuinely will see an increase just by installing HighLevel.
Bigger phone number, things like that, right? Let me handle all of your like Google reviews, right? We'll run a Google reviews campaign, and we'll optimize your Google business profile. And we talked about, and I know this is what I offered you is Facebook business management, right? Your social posts, right? Yes. So that you'll start
software with services. That is his service that he's offering with the software. That is our model.
To get additional like followers and just people aware of your brand, right? In the area. And when Pavel comes in to turn on the Facebook ads, that's going to make it even more effective because number one, you're going to have the system in place already, right? So that your staff, everyone is aware of how everything works already. Okay. Right. And then, finally, like everybody checks everyone, right? They don't just see a Facebook page and then sign up, right? They're going to do their research. But when they see your Facebook post and then when they see your website, when they see all your Google reviews, that's going to help you convert these clients to these leads to customers, right? So I think that's a good plan.
This GoHighLevel affiliate and community member is amazing. He definitely did his research. He's definitely putting in the work. He knows a lot, and he absolutely deserves this sale.
I'll let Pavel finish with whatever he was continuing before I cut him off. But I just wanted to clarify everything slower, and then when Pavel comes in, it's going to be like a fire hose worth of like leads that you guys really need to get ready for.
Great. And I'll just jump in. I know that I guess Pavel, you'll finish up here, but once we get off the phone call, we'll let everybody go. But if you just want to email me or give me a call or a text while I'm on the road, I'll be ready to move forward with you right after this phone call.
Sounds good. I'll do that.
Great.
Cool. Amazing. Yeah, I mean that's really my.
So there it is. He's closed, right? He's closed on the deal at $1,500 a month, and he's ready to move forward right after this Zoom meeting.
My last question is, hey man, what other questions do you have? I mean, what else can I show you? Because sometimes, if you want to see more ads, you have me here. We could see more ads if you want. I could show you some videos if you want. We could dive into more conversations. What do you guys think?
Well, I think we'll all stay in touch.
So at this point, I am not overcomplicating the process. I'm just asking again, hey, is there anything else that I can show you? And look, sometimes people overcomplicate the sales process. I've already identified that he was interested in the services and that he wants to move forward. And I'm not going to go in here and asking more questions. Well, what would this mean to you and your family if we can help you? Like, you don't have to ask more questions, right? And sometimes people overcomplicate sales so much. Like, he's already in here. He's already sold. Go in here. He already said he wants to pay. Don't ask more questions and don't keep dragging it on. I'm just making sure, hey, Do you want to see anything else, or are we all good? All I'm doing here is just checking his temperature. Hey, where are you at? And I'm just trying my hardest to listen to his tonality. Well, I want to see this, or well, if you hear this kind of like unsure tonality, that means you have to tackle more stuff. And even though he said he's interested, he might ghost you after this call. Now, in this situation, our community member did not, because he actually sent me a message and he told me that he paid the invoice right after this. So it's all good, but sometimes it happens. So you want a temperature check. You want to see where they're at. Cool. Is there anything else that you want to see? Just see where they're at. Check their tonality.
It sounds like you two are constantly texting about what each other's doing at nighttime. But that's on y'all. No, but I know y'all stay in touch, and it was a little weird. But if you guys, maybe we do this again in a few months once we get closer and we've been working with you for a couple months. But again, I think this was extremely helpful and very professional. I appreciate you guys.
From what I could understand, like for Connor, this isn't a money issue. It's more like a cash flow issue. So once we figure out the cash flow, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
Find some additional cash that we can actually pump into as an investment to your business, right? You'll be able to actually multiply that in folds. So
correct.
Yeah.
Hit the nail on the head. Yes.
To that.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, thank you guys.
Amazing,
Thank
guys.
you guys very much.
Cool. So you did say you want to move forward today, right?
Correct.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, if you want to get that invoice over to him hereafter, then that should.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll give you a call
we'll
on your cell directly.
Great.
Give me like
Great.
5 to 10 minutes.
Perfect.
It was great meeting you for the first time. Your
nice
brothers
meeting you guys too.
has said a lot of good things. So I look forward to working with you guys.
Perfect. Thank you guys. I'll be waiting for your phone call. Pavel, thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Nice meeting you
Take care,
guys,
guys.
and keep doing your thing. And I'm excited to see some videos that you guys launch and all the females that we're going to target. So it's going to be great.
I look forward to working with you in a few months, Pavel. Thank you guys.
Amazing. You got it. Talk to you later.
Boom. Client closed, right? He's ready to pay. He's sold. He likes everything. Sales call went extremely well. He initially was interested in ads, but we figured out it's not a good fit for him. So he is now paying $1,500 per month for using the software and also some Google My Business management and posting, and while also leaving the door completely open so that way in a couple months we can start the ads back up. And he's already all integrated on HighLevel. So all we have to do, turn on the ads, link up a form, and we are good to go. All the automations, the calendars, everything will be built. This was a pretty long video, so I appreciate you sticking through all the way till the end. If you got to this part of the video, then congrats. I'm sure most people will never make it this far. If you want all of this stuff imported, everything we do to get clients these results, everything we do to onboard them, all of our campaigns, the Google review stuff, the funnels, and you want to go through the same program as our community member here that closed this client or that helped me close this client, then check out the link down below this video here. You can join the free course. You can join our community program. We're always adding videos to it. This was an awesome breakdown. This was a giant experiment. Me jumping on the call and basically closing this client for one of my affiliate members, but obviously it worked out super well and I'm super excited. Anyways, if you want to see more videos about how we get clients, how we close clients, how we deliver services, you could check out this video here.